Part 6. Listening to Viewpoints. You will hear a report once. It is about 3 minutes long. After the audio, 6 questions will appear. Choose the best answer for each question from the drop-down menu.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're discussing the proposal to build a community garden in the west end of Lakeside Park. We have a few local residents here to share their thoughts. Tom, let's start with you. You're one of the main advocates for this project.
Thanks, Sarah. I really believe this garden would be a huge benefit. It's not just about growing vegetables, it's about building community. It would be a place where neighbors can meet, work together, and share skills. Plus, think of the educational opportunity for children. They can learn where their food comes from. Many families in our area live in apartments and don't have their own yards. This gives them a chance to grow fresh, healthy food. It would also make that part of the park more beautiful and productive.
I have to disagree, Tom. That part of the park is one of the last open green spaces we have. My kids and their friends use that field for soccer all the time. People have picnics there. If we put a garden in, we lose that multi-purpose space. It becomes exclusive to the handful of people who get a garden plot. Also, I'm worried about pests. Gardens can attract raccoons and other animals, which might become a nuisance for the whole neighborhood.
I see both sides. I love the idea of a community garden in principle. My wife and I would probably sign up for a plot, but I have some practical questions. Who is going to manage this? A garden needs constant work, not just from the plot holders, but overall maintenance. What about a water source? Will the city run a pipe out there? That costs money. We need a clear plan for how to mitigate these issues before we start digging up the grass. Without a solid management structure, these projects can fail and leave a real mess.
Those are valid points, Ken. The proposal includes forming a volunteer garden committee. This committee would be responsible for creating rules, managing the plot lottery, and organizing workdays for general upkeep. We've also spoken to the city's parks department about water access. They said a simple tap installation is possible if the project is approved. We believe the community interest is strong enough to make it work. We already have over 50 families who have expressed interest.
50 families is not the whole community. What about the hundreds of other people who use that park for recreation? Their needs are being ignored. And a volunteer committee sounds good, but what happens when the initial excitement wears off? I've seen it happen before. A few dedicated people end up doing all the work. It's not a long-term solution, in my opinion.
Brenda's right to be cautious. A strong commitment from the city would be needed. Maybe the Parks Department could provide some level of oversight or support, not just leave it all to volunteers. That might provide more stability. We need to be sure this is sustainable for years to come, not just a one-season experiment.
Okay, some very different perspectives here. We have support for the garden based on community building and fresh food, concerns about the loss of recreational space and potential pests, and important questions about long-term management and city involvement. It's clear that before any decision is made, more discussion is needed to see if a consensus can be reached. Thank you all for sharing your views today.